What's up guys, Metapunk here. Today I want to talk about the future of data exchange and also machine autonomy and how cryptocurrencies can play a big role in this new evolution into the future. Alright, so first off we have an article from The Economist and it talks about how oil is no longer the most valuable resource, it's going to be data. And down here it explains that a new commodity spawns a lucrative, fast-growing industry, prompting antitrust regulators to step in to restrain those who control its flow. A century ago, the resource in question was oil. Now, similar concerns are being raised by the giants that deal in data. The topic of data is very important because as we become a more digital economy, a lot more companies are going to be relying on data exchange to help know what's best for the business. So now with cryptocurrencies and DLT, now we have decentralized networks that can store and exchange this data, but through a decentralized network, so it's going to make it more tamper-proof and also more secure. And also, as machines become more advanced, we're going to have more autonomous jobs. So I'm going to get into different cryptocurrency projects that help solve the problem of machine autonomy. So this is all going to be seen as a new form of automation. So these robotics and AI technologies are going to bring a wide range of different tasks and jobs that they can perform. And the problem with this, it's going to bring a lot of worker displacement and also inequality to a lot of people that just joined the job market. So some potential jobs that could be replaced are vehicle drivers, retail workers, healthcare workers, lawyers, accountants, finance specialists, and many more. So because we are entering into a new economy, I think it's really important to do research on what jobs are on the rise and what jobs are on the decline. Because if AI is replacing many jobs, you don't want to be in a career that is more likely going to be replaced. On one of my previous videos, I covered the fourth industrial revolution. I covered the trends of the current job market and where I see it headed into the future. So that's one video I highly recommend watching if you have not already. Alright, so first off I want to talk about the crypto project VectorSpace AI. And the main use case is to bring scientific data engineering for finance. So basically what they do, they use multiple language models to generate different vectors. And then this is all created into different data sets and different signals. So this data uncovers hidden relationships among stocks, cryptos, global events, themes to protect and inform the user's investment portfolio. So overall, this brings real-time portfolio protection and also real-time thematics for stocks and cryptocurrencies. Alright, so a simple way of explaining VectorSpace AI, they use different algorithms to compile data and find different trends between different use cases. And then this compiled data is used as gasoline to help power the different uses between AI and machine learning. Alright, so one example of this, they say that VectorSpace AI can identify when X stock price rises or falls, and then historically Y and Z stock also falls behind it. So I think this is really useful for different hedge fund managers or even retail traders. And then you have another use case used for medical research. So it can identify different benefits or also the downsides of using certain medicines under certain conditions. And all this data is compiled by a system called Smart Baskets. So basically this is an index of different entities such as stocks, cryptos, and drug compounds. And they use all this data to compile different trends and themes within that ecosystem. And the main way this is compiled, they use a system called natural language processing or also natural language understanding. So overall they can compile different baskets of cryptocurrencies and stocks. And these are all generated based on different news events, topics, or different special events. So I think overall this smart basket system is going to be great for different hedge fund managers, asset managers, or even the retail traders that want to compile different stocks and cryptocurrencies that work for them. And VectorSpace AI actually has a decent amount of partnerships over here. So if you go down some notable partnerships and collaborations, they have different organizations like CERN, CloudQuant, Elastic, LCX, Microsoft, New Data, S&P Global, and Trustology. So the cool thing about all these partnerships, it's all data research under different business models. So you have CERN that uses scientific data research. You have CloudQuant that uses fintech data research. You have Elastic that uses their specific data model compiled with VectorSpace AI. You have LCX, that's a cryptocurrency exchange that compiles data for that. You have partnerships like Microsoft and Amazon. You have New Data used for hedge fund data research. You have S&P used for financial market information. And then you have Trustology used for crypto asset management. So now I'm going to show you a tweet from XX on Twitter. And then this kind of gives you a broad view of how VectorSpace AI works. So some key takeaways from this graph. VectorSpace AI is a machine learning and AI operational blockchain network that provides quantitative data sets, also provides advanced language modeling plus scientific data engineering pipelines that produce data sets, and also probabilities for space tech and travel. So I think VectorSpace AI is an interesting cryptocurrency project to look into. It's kind of a lot of information to digest, but I think if you're really into learning about data, this is definitely a project to look into. So next up, we have the cryptocurrency network, which is Singularity Net. And this ecosystem wants to be the next generation of decentralized artificial intelligence and also artificial general intelligence. Okay, so their main vision is to be the world's leading decentralized AI marketplace that runs on blockchain. And their core mission is the development of artificial general intelligence that will create a more beneficial technological singularity. So some key points of this network: it's very decentralized. So decentralizing AI through emerging blockchain technology creates a more fair distribution of power, value, and tech in global commons. It's a very beneficial AI network. So these AI systems focus on making the world a more compassionate and more just and more sustainable place into the future. And also brings more artificial general intelligence development. So this creates a foundation for the emergence of decentralized human level intelligence, and also open sourcing, which will create more artificial general intelligence. Alright, so some key markets that they want to focus development on. They want to bring development of DeFi networks, robotics, longevity of biotech, gaming and media, arts and entertainment, and also enterprise level AI systems. Okay, so if you go over to the partnership list, you have some notable names. So you have some names like Cardano, Ocean Protocol, Cisco, Binance, and Cody. And these other names may be big in the tech space, I'm just not too familiar with them. And to give you a more brief overview of what Singularity Net is, I have a post from Navigating Crypto, which is one of my favorite infographic pages on Instagram. And how they explain it, they explain that Singularity Net is a protocol and collection of smart contracts that are built on blockchain technology with the aim of creating a decentralized marketplace for AI and other AI-related services. At Singularity Net, anyone can sell their AI-generated products and services. Companies and organizations can buy and sell AI-related products at scale. And the main use of the AGIX cryptocurrency is used to pay for purchases or services on the platform, such as transaction fees, withdrawal fees, and other governance. So I think Singularity Net has a lot of potential, especially because it's a AI-related service based on a decentralized network. But the thing is, it's more reliant on the future society where AI is more prevalent. So I can see it as more of a long-term project. Alright, next up I want to talk about Iota. So Iota's technology is going to help enhance industrial Internet of Things and smart manufacturing. So overall, this is going to power the fourth industrial revolution. And this next industrial revolution is very fast approaching. That's going to bring new economic possibilities that are all powered by Iota. And down here, they state that new technologies will bring new business models. So the manufacturing industry is undergoing a revolution in smart factories, intelligent and connected machines that will self-organize and self-optimize to improve efficiency. And this will also reduce waste and increase production. And each one of these products in the ecosystem will have a digital twin. So this will be a evolving digital profile of historical and real-time data throughout the life cycle. So this link between both physical and digital systems will help process and predict issues before they happen, which will create a more agile and transparent approach to manufacturing. So all these new benefits of Industry 4.0 is not just limited to efficiency, it's going to bring more increased connectivity. So instead of factories just having a siloed, one-sided system, it's going to bring data and services that can connect with multiple value chains between different factories. And this system as a whole will bring global communication and payment network systems that will bring more reliable data exchange and other economic relationships between different machines. And this all goes into the industry marketplace. So Iota is going to create a marketplace that's industry neutral, that will automate the trade of data and also goods and services. So all these devices will operate through an autonomous system, and then also independently through economic agents that cooperate and trade different resources and services that are based on supply and demand. So this all works by combining a decentralized identity system and also a standardized machine readable contract. And Iota's DLT allows for devices to communicate securely, exchange data, goods and services, and payments. That overall provides a decentralized and mutable audit trail for asset offers, requests, and different orders. So overall, this system is going to help power the new fourth industrial revolution through automation and also through the economy of Internet of Things. Alright, so next up we're going to talk about smart cities that are built on Iota. So these cities are going to play a big role in solving different challenges such as climate change and also demographic changes. So they're all going to provide the right resources within the right time in the city, providing different solutions to food, energy, and other consumer products. And even other things like energy and water supply, mobility, and communication technologies that are going to make a more interconnected city. So this is all seen as smart infrastructure, which all comes together to bring the smart city. So the main thing with these smart cities, they're heavily relying on Internet of Things technology. So it's going to be an urban environment that are equipped with multiple sensors. And then this is called the Internet of Everything, which is going to collect data for all the people living within the city and all the technologies that are in that city. So overall, it's going to bring benefits to different solutions such as governance, politics, mobility and infrastructure, energy, environmental resources, economic attractiveness. It's going to bring a citizen-friendly administration, and it's also going to help building management. So the main way Iota is going to be utilized, it's going to combine real-world sensor data collection, provide smart contracts, and also zero fees when transferring data and value in a very highly scalable and immutable manner. That's all going to be utilized by Iota's Tangle, which is the technology that brings infrastructure to the whole Iota network. So it's going to basically be like the backbone of the whole smart city. And now I want to showcase a partnership that Iota is going to have. And this is going to be with the Construction Blockchain Consortium, or the CBC. And basically they're going to come together to help digitize the construction industry. And it's going to overall improve worker safety, workers' conditions, and also track the movement of materials and incentivize renewable energies that need to be adopted. And according to a study, the global construction market by 2030 will grow by 85% to up to $15.5 trillion worldwide by 2030. And the main three countries that are going to grow from this are China, the US, and India. And these three countries are going to pave the way for this new global growth by accounting for 57% of all global growth. So overall, digitizing construction is a prerequisite of future smart buildings and smart cities. So yeah, I think as time goes on, as technology becomes more advanced and we really become a more digital economy and technology reliant economy, I can really see smart cities being very prevalent in major cities. And the main thing with these, they're very data reliant. It's all Internet of Things sensor technology. So pretty much anywhere and anything you do is going to be tracked through some sort of data. But I guess the only benefit of this, that it is through a decentralized and immutable manner. So I think in that sense, there is going to be some privacy. And as technologies become more automated, the systems and functions are going to be automated through machine-to-machine communication. So I think less humans are going to have access, and it's mainly going to be machines just communicating with each other and improvising as they receive new data functions. Alright, so now I want to talk about the automotive industry with machine autonomy and Iota. So down here they state that almost all systems of a car are being affected, and this will bring many new opportunities that will arise in a more digitally connected world. And Iota aims to be the standard for transactions and data in a more affordable and sustainable manner for transportation. This will overall have a huge impact on how we perceive and experience mobility in the future. So as vehicles become more connected and autonomous, traditional business models and also car manufacturers will have to change accordingly. And they also state that cars are becoming their own digital platform. So that means that digital services and digital content that are based around the car are becoming more important than the car itself. It's going to need a smooth transfer of value and wealth. So this will bring unlimited mobility, real-time payments without fees, and very secure data transfers. So these new tools for the new economy will give cars the ability to park, charge their batteries, pay for tolls, and other services on their own. So down here it highlights all the use cases that are used for machine autonomy. So this technology can be used for charging and selling energy, microtransactions without central intermediaries, data ownership and monetization of data, software updates, autonomous driving, and also platooning, which is how the cars drive on their own through traffic situations. And down here you also have self-calculating routes, insurance, car sharing, and lastly, vehicle identity. So there's a lot of use cases that Iota can bring through machine autonomy and just overall infrastructure. So the main use cases that they bring are machine autonomy, machine-to-machine communication, industrial Internet of Things infrastructure, and also smart city infrastructure. Iota does so much from a utility standpoint. And that's why I think in the future, in a more digital economy, I can see Iota being a really big player. So next up, I have a collaboration with Fetch AI and Iota. And this is like a proof of concept that they have. So here's a graph of how it works. So you have Fetch AI's data service network right here, and then it's going to combine with Iota's ecosystem. So this collaboration is going to enable Fetch AI's data processing service, and then it's going to combine Iota's Tangle to add feeless transactions, and then as well as smart contracts to add real-time data functions all in one network. So this is a cool proof of concept. This happened in 2021, so I'm not sure if this is still active, but I think just a collaboration like this it shows the potential of data processing with these two collaborations right here. Down here it shows all the benefits. So it supports the data scientists, economists, researchers, engineers, machine learning experts, independent developers, students, crypto connoisseurs, web developers, and traders. So overall, you can access data for multiple functions such as mobile devices and Internet of Things sensors, connected vehicles, or other industrial Internet of Things solutions. And it's going to bring a whole light of data and privacy all in one network. So yeah, this is a cool proof of concept. I think just collaborations like this shows the potential of how data and machine autonomy can all come together in one network. Alright, the next cryptocurrency project we got is Ocean Protocol. So basically how this one works, it's an on-ramp and off-ramp for data assets in DeFi. So basically it turns the data into value. So essentially the data turns into an ERC-721 NFT. And then now this data token can be consumed through multiple services such as crypto wallets, exchanges, and DAOs. And Ocean Protocol has its own marketplace. So you can publish, buy, and sell data on here. So the fact that it turns into a ERC-721 token, it makes it really easy to manage the data. And because it's on a blockchain network, it's tamper-proof, so you can't distort the data or change it any way you want. And then now we're gonna get into the partners. So down here, they're actually partnered with MOBI, which is an organization that I'm gonna get into at the end of this video. And down here they have some notable names like Alliance Block, Balancer, Bancor, Certic, Chainlink, Energy Web, Filecoin, Jitcoin, Injector Protocol, Mazari, Moonbeam, Polygon, Ravencoin, Singularity Net, and the Web3 Foundation. So yeah, so I think this is an interesting project, really giving value to the data that you can bring and store, and also being able to buy different data sets that work for you, and also having these notable partners on this network. I think long term this is an interesting project to look into. Alright, so now we're going to get into the crypto project Morpheus Network, and this one's mainly a supply chain based crypto project. And the main thing with this is a supply chain software as a service middleware that seamlessly integrates the legacy systems and new emerging technologies such as blockchain, Internet of Things. And overall, they provide companies with shipment and item visibility that's used for automating safe and secure supply chains that can really save time and money. And on the partnership list, they have a lot of notable names. So overall, Morpheus Network integrates with over 100 industry-leading technologies and service providers. These key integrations facilitate swift settlements with traditional banking worldwide. And you can also incorporate layering of other blockchain technologies to be included as necessary objectives in a given workflow. And down here are the notable names. So you have some names like DHL, FedEx, Swift, Ripple, UPS, Microsoft, Oracle, Salesforce, Stellar, and Chainlink. So I think this project is really similar to something like Iota or VeChain because it brings supply chain data. You can initiate smart contracts, and then also has instant settlement times when conducting transactions on here. So I think this network has a lot of potential in the future as well. Alright, so next I want to talk about the cryptocurrency network Aleph AZERO. And this is an interesting one. So this is a privacy enhancing public blockchain with instant finality. So this is a proof of stake blockchain that actually utilizes the Byzantine consensus mechanism that Algorand and Hedera Hashgraph utilize. So the main thing, this is based on zero knowledge proof technology and also has secure multi-party computation. And the main cool thing with this, it allows developers to create unique private smart contracts. So the unique features of this network, it's very scalable, very decentralized. You can utilize the private smart contracts, almost feeless finality. It brings audited security, it has its own DEX. You can easily sync your applications on here, and then also has file storage. So an interesting thing about this network, it's actually a layer 0 that utilizes DAG technology. So it's very interoperable and you can easily synchronize smart contracts and its private framework to other major blockchains. So I think that's a really cool feature right there. And if we scroll down here, the main things that this network wants to revolutionize, they want to revolutionize smart contracts, supply chain management, virtual game assets, decentralized domain name systems, universal wallet decentralized exchanges, asset digitization, notary signatory, which is basically like title ownership, and the fact that it's on a DLT network is not tamper-proof, transparent public document access, and automatic tax payments. And then down here shows the partners. Since it's a newer network, there's not too many collaborations yet, but some notable names. You have the Swiss Asia Crypto Alliance, the Swiss Polish Blockchain Association, Mexi Global, and Gate.io. So some decent names, but nothing too crazy just because it's newer. I like this network a lot just because it's a layer 0 that brings interoperability and a very efficient private network. And I can really compare this project to something like Constellation DAG. So this coin is definitely something to look into. Now I have an article based on a collaboration between Quant Network and Constellation. And the main thing that this collaboration will bring, it will enable companies to build cross-platform and interoperable big data, Internet of Things, and AI productions through different sandbox test environments. So down here it shows one big solution that can integrate these two networks with smart cities. I think it's an interesting collaboration because these traditional firms that are going to build these smart cities, they can integrate Constellation's network through the Quant network. And then it could provide solutions through Internet of Things based off of smart traffic control, cameras, cloud solutions, smart street lighting, city management systems, smart grids, smart public transportation, location-based services, and also smart sensors. And in one of my previous videos, I showed this graph that XX on Twitter made. And basically it's using Quant Overledger to connect Constellation's hypergraph to other networks. And mainly right here in this picture, it's mainly just DLT platforms, but you can also integrate with the public traditional firms as well. Here's another example, Quant Overledger connecting with all these different networks. So I think the Quant and Constellation collaboration is actually a really cool integration and can bring a lot of solutions to different services. And then we have another notable partnership with Constellation and Chainlink, which is really similar to the one with Quant. But the main thing with Chainlink, it's going to bring a lot of on-chain and off-chain data to these traditional firms as well. And the fact that Chainlink's a DLT network, it's going to bring immutable and tamper-proof data transfers. So this is another interesting partnership to look into. And then lastly, I want to end this off with the organization called MOBI. And MOBI wants to build a new economy and create different standards that are built on Web3 infrastructure that brings a more connected ecosystem and Internet of Things commerce. So the main thing about this network, it is a global nonprofit smart mobility consortium, and MOBI and its members want to create a blockchain-based standard to different standards to help navigate in this new digital economy, especially when data and automation becomes more prevalent and utilized more in these new business models. Alright, so that's the end of the video. Thank you so much if you made it this far. I really appreciate it. So I think data and machine automation are going to be really important business models as we go into this fourth industrial revolution and this digital economy. When we become a more connected and global society, I think data privacy is going to be very important. So having these DLT platforms that brings more privacy and immutability to data transfers, I think systems like this are very important. And also, as privacy becomes more exchangeable, I think privacy coins like Dash, Monero, and Zcash are going to be more valuable because people want to have data and value stored on a private network. So I think as time goes on, those projects are going to be more sought after. So it's your boy Metapunk. Thank you for watching.